Charles Band is back again with Full Moon, and this is Quadrant on Blu-ray from Full Moon Films. Is it Full Moon Entertainment still? I don't know. Full Moon Horror, Full Moon Direct. They've had like every URL under the sun there, but this is a quick 70-something minute film. A lot of the new Full Moon movies are rather short, which is fine for me because whereas a lot of the big blockbuster or the big mainstream horror films take you about 2 hours to watch, you can usually fit about two Full Moon movies in at that time period, which is okay. This is an idea that it's a nice idea. I'll give them that much. It's got pretty good actors. I'll give them that much. It looks better than a lot of the more recent Full Moon ones, so I'll give it that as well. It also finds a way to make use of the bad green screen because when people are in the quadrant area in this movie, which is like a helmet that they put on their head to, I'll explain the plot in a minute. When they go into these other worlds, it looks bad, but it's supposed to look bad because they're in a program, which is a nice way to get around the green screen issues. So basically, Quadrant is this head thing you put on, and it helps people deal with trauma and fears and whatnot, and just basically helps them get over things. Well, the main chick in this movie is obsessed with Jack the Ripper. So when she goes in there to face that and kind of try to get over the Jack the Ripper thing, she kind of ends up becoming more involved in it. Loves seeing Jack the Ripper do what he does, and before you know it, she is taking over the role of killing people the way Jack the Ripper does, which leads the two scientists to try to stop her, and that is basically the plot. And it's short, it's to the point. The only problem it has, it's well made, it's a cool plot, the actors are okay, but it's dull. And I guess Full Moon sometimes back in the old days, they kind of had a benefit of not being dull, even if they were a little on the, slow side of like plot or something. They wasn't necessarily dull. This one felt dull at times. And when you're only running like 70 minutes, it's not good to feel dull. But other than that, it looks pretty decent. The acting's okay. There is some blood in here, and there's some nudity in here. So it packs horror elements that you're going to like. I think I'll give it 2.5 out of 5 because it's kind of like middle road for me. It might be nice to revisit if I ever go back and revisit all the Charles Band horror films, but this will never be one that I I obviously pull off the top of the stack. But hey, good to see old Charles Band still working. He's made his way out of the warehouse and got back behind the camera and has gave us a decent film. Just one that could have been probably a little better because I feel like if it's guilty of anything, it tries to take itself a little too seriously. Other than that, can't complain. But yeah, there's the plot there if you want to read more about what Quadrant is. Video Zone, gotta love the video zones, behind the scenes of Quadrant. Quadrant table read, pulp noir announcement video. This is, and of course it shows all kinds of Full Moon stuff as the Blu-ray comes on. But like I said, this thing's only it's listed as 73 minutes. That might be a little generous. Region free on Blu-ray. This is not the case that it came in because the case that it was supposed to come in, which looks a lot like this one, was broken by my USPS delivery person. I assume they broke it because more than one of them has been broke lately. And the only common denominator is that dude is the one carrying them. So yeah, minor bitching aside, as far as Quadrant goes, it's okay. It's the new Full Moon, but maybe a little less schlocky than the most recent Full Moon in the world of, the giant, what was it, the giant Cyber Girl, or whatever it was, movie, or the bad CGI Gator, and kind of a break from that with a more serious tone, but it kind of just doesn't have the budget to go with the serious tone, so it feels a little bit wishy-washy at times. Still, good enough for what it is. 2.5, Charles Band Quadrant. Check it out from Full Moon.